Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's share with you 10 newly released handbags that I think you should avoid. I think these are the worst handbags released in 2024 and bags that you absolutely should not buy in 2024. But these are just my opinions. If you love them, you rock them. I will continue to buy and love and rock bags that I love, regardless of what anybody else thinks. So if these are your thing, absolutely. But I think 10 of these are not the best bags to buy in 2024. Number one, and let's kick this off with a bang. It's a whole collection. It's the Miss Dior collection. What? These I'm struggling to find the words for, as you can see. This collection is very bright. It's very bold in the pink version. You would think that that was right up my street because I love bright pink bags. But I think this collection looks very cheap. I think it looks very teenage. I think it is going to date very quickly. And I think it's very expensive for what you would be buying. I don't think this will have great resale. I think if you're going to buy one of these bags, they should be bags you're buying because you absolutely love them and you have no intention to think you're going to ever sell them on or fall out of love with them, because I think they're going to do very badly on the resale market. I don't love the design. I think it's quite lazy with just the Miss Dior over it. I think there are some a little bit more intricate than that. I think the price of them is high. And I honestly think this is one category of bag collection that has been released this year that you should really think about avoiding and would not be a great purchase. In the medium book tote, this in the Miss Dior collection is $3,350. The Miss Dior flat bag in the leather is $3,800. And in the large book tote, they are $3,700. Those are serious grown-up amounts of money. And I just don't think the bag that you're getting reflects the amount of money. Now, I know the argument, none of these bags are worth the dollar amount. But I really think when you look at this and you look at the price, it's hard to put the two together. And one bag you might want to think twice about before you spend your hard-earned money on. Number two is from Louis Vuitton, and I am a lover of Louis Vuitton, but it is the Raffia On The Go. I don't like this. I don't think this is a great version. I think there are other Raffia bags that work better and are at better price points. I think there's also other Raffia bags that just look better. I just think this one isn't a great example of what can be done. And it's $3,700, so it's not cheap. And I think, yes, I get the pictures. I can picture the marketing shots of this with very beautiful people in very beautiful places, thinking Santorini and, you know, all of the blue roofs and the white and the beach and the water, and it's beautiful and you get that resort type look from it. But really think about your lifestyle and if this is going to fit into that. And if you have the need for that at this price, because I think this is a huge amount of money for what it is, and I don't think it's the best version of Raffia type bags that you could invest in. By invest in, I mean in your wardrobe. I also don't think this will hold its value on the resale market. Number three is the Hermes Balusi bag, B-A-L-U-S-O-I-E. It's the scarf bag. And now, I think Meredith is one of these and I love the colour of hers. It's green, it's beautiful. And if you are a true collector like Meredith is, I see why that's been added into her collection. But as a bag, these are over $2,000. I struggled to find the exact price of this. And it's basically a scarf. It's basically a scarf that you can go like this. And then there's a little leather bit. And that's it. And I'm struggling to see the price in it. And I'm struggling to see the usability in it. It's a scarf. So if you set that down on something, it's going to seep into it. If you get any stains on it, if you put things in it, it's going to do this because it's a scarf. There's no structure to it. There's no base to the bottom of it. There's nothing holding it. It's going to be a bit of a beautiful mess, and I don't even know if it's going to be the beautiful side of the beautiful mess. I don't think it's going to look great. And I think if you're buying this with the intention of putting very much in it, maybe if you were only putting maybe like a phone along the, no, that's still going to pull it down. If you're going to put something in it that didn't pull it and maybe kept its look, I think pass on this unless you are a collector or there's something about the colour that really just pulls you, or you are in the position where you can add bags that are for very limited use, then absolutely by all means, or you just love it. But I do think the use of this is limited. I think it's a lot of money for what it is, and I think maybe not the best place for your dollar to go. Number 4 is not a new release, but I had to put it in there because of the price, and it's Chanel Classic Flap. $10,800 in the medium size. Wow. Huge, huge, huge amount of money. More than double what I paid for mine not that long ago. And if you love one of these, and the reason that it came to mind to put this in the video was I saw one of these for sale recently on Global Luxe Closet, which is an Instagram page, in the black caviar, in the silver, very similar to this condition. Now, it looked very good condition to me. Obviously, you would need more pictures and things, but it was around about, from memory, £5,000, maybe slightly under. That's like half price. And from what I could see on it, it looked pretty brand new. It looked in great condition. It was this exact version for about half the retail. So if you are looking for one of these, do you need to spend $10,800 on it? It's a huge amount of money. The only caveat I'm going to say is I did see one from the new collection. I think it's the Matriarch collection, and it's purple and gradient, and the colour is absolutely beautifully stunning. It's purples and magentas, and it fades, and it's fabulous. And I could almost feel myself going, I could get on board with another classic flap. No, you couldn't, Amelia. You're not paying $10,800 for one. You don't wear them unless you extend the chain. I could extend the chain. No, Amelia, get off that train of thought to convince yourself to buy it. It's absolutely stunning and it's beautiful, and I feel the pull to that, if I'm honest with you. I saw it and I felt, even though I know the medium classic flap doesn't work for me, even though I've said I'm not going to buy another one, even though I've said about the retail, I felt the pull to it because it was so beautiful. But I'm not buying it because $10,800, it's just too much money for what it is and for the limited use that I would have it. So if you're pulled to one of these, I get it, no judgment. I was fighting myself on that particular version because it's stunning, but it's so much money. And when you look at what you could get on the resale market, now if you love the boutique experience and you want to have that, by all means, I love it. I get why you want to do that, but you're definitely going to pay for it. And I think at retail, a classic flap is something to be really hesitant about buying. Number 5 is the Prada net bag, or fisherman's bag, or whatever it's called. It's $2,050. That's why I don't think you should buy it. It's so much money for a net beach bag. Now, I bought a Biba version of this. I actually don't have it here at the moment because I've lent it to a friend because it's that good. And my other very good friend who went to the Maldives with me, I think bought this then in 2 different colours because it's that good. Yes, it doesn't say Prada across it. It says Biba. But it's certainly what I took on holiday. I took to the Maldives. I've taken on every holiday since. And I think it cost me about $30 because it was in the sale. If I can find it, if there's any availability for it, I will link it down below because it's so good. And it's been on every holiday with me. It's the same look. They bring them out in different colours. I went for the bright orange. Unless you're someone with a particular lifestyle that would get the use out of this and use it a lot and not get it ruined, I think $2,050 for this, when there are some really fabulous dupes of it, is just so much money. And I think it's a bag to avoid whenever you think of what you're getting for your money. I just can't get on board with that. And my little Biba version is close to my heart and definitely is filling the void of that bag for me. Number 6 is the Chanel Deville, and these are now over $5,000. It depends what version you go for. I had one of these for a very short time and I just didn't love it. And I know that there's some die-hard fans of this bag who absolutely adore this bag. It's not a bag that I fell in love with. I found it when I used it under my arm bulky. I found that it didn't just slouch and fit the way that I wanted a tote to. The raffia was beautiful, the glitter thread was beautiful. They're very expensive, over £5,000, sorry. And versions of this that I have seen when I've been on holiday that have been quite worn, look very worn. Others, I'm sure, keep them better, but I do think you have to think about the material of it. Now, there are leather versions, but the price will change. I think if you're not against resale, have a look. Meredith has one of these for sale through Conrad's Closet at the moment for a fabulous price, and it's multicoloured on the right and it's beautiful and it's fabulous price. So there's definitely great options to be found of these on the resale market, because I think for the price for what you're getting, I think it's high. And I definitely think it's a bag you'd have to really love. And I just found it not the best usability bag for what it's meant to be. I found it bulky and awkward and a bit uncomfortable and big, and I know the Neverfull's big, but it just didn't really work. And I think at this price, maybe one to avoid. Number 7 is another bag from the row, and I say another bag because I put out a video on why I'm not buying the Margot bag. I also think that's very expensive for what it is. I'm sure it's beautiful leather, I'm sure it's very well made, but I think that you could get dupes of that at a much more affordable price, and I think for what the bag is, very expensive, and I suppose it's maybe just too understated for me, and that's why I'm maybe not giving it a fair chance, that bag, because it doesn't have enough going on. It's very expensive. The next one from the row that I'm going to talk about today is the Sunset Leather Clutch. Don't get me wrong, very pretty clutch, and the way it's made looks like it's quite metallic and it has a glitter through it. So very, very pretty. It's $3,990 for a leather clutch that's like this shape. And yes, the leather's interesting, but it's like this shape and it's clutch. I think it's a lot of money. And I get that the Petite Mal is a clutch and is not a lot of money, more than this. But it's, and there I go justifying what I've spent a lot of money on. So if you love this, buy it, because I do. But that's the trunk, it's got all that hardware, it's very iconic, blah, blah, blah. I think this in the Sunset clutch just looks very plain for $4,000. And again, that's maybe touching into just that I don't love understated bags. But I think it's an awful lot for what it is. When I was looking through bags at new releases, I was shocked when I saw the price of it. And that's why it came back to my mind when I was doing this video, because I couldn't believe it was nearly $4,000. A lot of money. Number 8 is a Saint Laurent bag, and it's Le 5A7 shoulder bag. This is $2,400. And there's so many of these bags coming back. This shape is coming back, this little under the arm shape. And there's so many of them coming back that I suppose just so many options, and I don't think I love the YSL version. I think for what it is, it's expensive. I think it's the sort of bag that has the potential to be seen on either discounted stores, or I know you don't get very many of the discount codes anymore. That seems to be definitely slowed down with, I would imagine, the slowdown on luxury sales and all of that. But this bag does not give me what a bag at $2,400 I think should. Admittedly, I don't love the shape of the bag. A lot of the people I've seen on Instagram with this are influencers that I would guess have been gifted the bag, and I just don't love this, and I think not the best investment for your money. And I say that as investment into your wardrobe. I think not the best investment for your money into your wardrobe, and one I would be cautious about buying. Number 9 is Prada Nylon and Leather ARQUE shoulder bag. I'll link all of these down below in case you want to look at any of them. $2,350. And it's mostly leather. No, because that would make more sense. It's mostly nylon with a little bit of a leather trim. Now you can extend it and have a crossbody strap. It is usable. There are different ways to do it. It's a lot of money for a bag that's mostly nylon. And the one I was looking at was black, so there wasn't much wow about it. Even as crossbody or handheld, I think there's more interesting bags and bags that are going to give you more bang for your buck than this. And I just struggle with the price tag whenever a lot of it's nylon. And I was surprised at the price of this. So I think this is another one maybe to miss. And number 10, if any of you haven't followed out with me so much that you're still here in this video, And it's the Miu Miu woven raffia tote bag. Now, I actually probably could have went through all of the Miu Miu woven raffia bags. I don't think they look very well done. I don't think the Miu Miu on them looks very well done. I think they look like quite cheap, and they're not cheap. And the tote bag is $1,800. That's a lot of money. I did see Tamara on Instagram with one of these, but again, I'm going to guess that was gifted as part of the campaign. Don't think this looks great for the price. I don't think it looks well made for the price, and the Miu Miu writing on it. Oh, I just think there would be much better bags you could get than this collection at this price point. And this is just my opinion. If you love it, buy it. But I thought when I looked at it, I don't think that bag looks great for an awful lot of money. $1,800 approximately. There are different prices for the different sizes and the different options in it, but definitely not inexpensive. So if you're still with me, these are the 10 bags that I think you should avoid in 2024. 10 of the new collections bar the Chanel Classic Flap that I think are maybe 9 of the worst. Let me know what you think. Do you hate me now? Have you fallen out with me? Or do you share some of my opinions? Let me know what you think in the comment box. And if you've enjoyed this in any way, please do consider giving it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please do consider subscribing. And if you're not done with me yet, I'm going to leave another video for you on the screen to enjoy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching me. Please take care, and I will see you again in the next one.